Our next graduate is from Hastings, Nebraska. He's also a Dean's List student. He's a veteran of the U.S. Army, and he currently holds a bachelor's degree, a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration from Trident University International. And he is an Impact Certified Player Certification student, and his volunteer activities include the St. Jude's Charity Golf Tournament, and he's currently employed with Adams Golf. I'd like to welcome up Scott John Voigtman.
Well, let's see. I've had an interesting perspective that I've got to enjoy being the old guy again. And what part of my military career, I went back in, there's a big break in service, but I went back in when I was 36 years old, and I got the opportunity to go through basic training again, and that was another story, but nevertheless, I'm the old guy there again. And so the perspective that I've taken on another journey when I decided to come to Keiser when I found him was more of I kind of sit back a little bit and I appreciate all the young energy around me, and that's helped me in the military when I went back in. So I like to think I'm a young 43, starting another career. But the perspective I gain here is another core group of friends that I've made, the relationships I've met, I've created with many of the instructors here. And maybe it's not always because I'm in the office for an hour having sit-downs or anything like that, but it could have been a quick conversation. Mr. Wicks and I had a conversation for 45 minutes after class yesterday. I've talked to Dr. Wilson on a couple occasions, and they could have been 20-minute increments or 15-minute increments. And I just want you to know that those are just as powerful as being in somebody's office for 5 days a week or anything like that, from my perspective. So I'll take that away. Frank, a conversation, even from the staff, from the administration, Melanie, I don't know how many times I called her before I got here. And then I had some financial challenges halfway through this thing, and she brought me through all that stuff. And then there was great friends that I've made along the way, even when I lost the GI Bill, and I had a couple friends that I stayed at their place for the last half of this program, and just decided to make it work after, again, another key conversation with Ken Martin. 20 minutes on the phone, and that's how it was. And we just and he said something that resonated with me, and maybe he doesn't know how much it impacted myself or my decision to continue the course. But those are the things, the relationships that you garner along the way, whether it's military, and I'm getting so old now I forget high school, but the college experience and anything else as we move on, you know. So I appreciate that. The door is certainly open by being associated with this college, being an alumni of this college, and I will reach out and I will give back as doors open for me. I'm with Adams, and that's because another student was moving on through that, and I just filled in the slot, and I'm sure it'll happen when I leave it, and somebody else will fill in the slot. We'll keep moving like that. But all the staff is appreciated, and from my perspective, and I thank all my brothers here, and I'll be in touch with them thanks to social media, and I might actually miss them on occasion. So, and I thank everybody.